You know?
Oh, what's... I'm trying to remember what exactly. It would be... I think it would be allowable. It would be possible, but I think it's just Chummer's setup doesn't allow it. Plugin process dedicated so-called fetch. It's dedicated module. Oh,
But I mean, if all you're going to be doing is browsing, I'm not sure what you need all of this for on it.
For any sort of matrix stuff.
Right, but the fetch only comes equipped with a browse, and it can't have anything else on it.
Right, but it can access all the stuff that's on my comlink.
my question is, why not just get an agent?
That's kind of where I was
This
going
is
with my
an agent.
question.
It's a fetch is an agent that comes with its own processor, so it doesn't take up any processing power.
I get that, but again, is your comlink have not enough processor power to handle it? A good agent?
I mean, I guess I could get a rating 5 agent on my comlink instead. It would be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm mostly wondering. Is it would be cheaper to get a rating 5 agent?
It's actually more versatile.
Well, it wouldn't be any more versatile. It would just be the only difference would be it would take up some processing power versus having a extra thing.
And it would mean that I wouldn't be able to get it at 6. But then again, if the fetch module has to go through the comlink anyway as a middle step, I wouldn't really be able to get it at 6 as it is.
Right. I just... The way I understood it, maybe I'm understanding it correctly, is that all it does is do browse stuff. I mean, it can't do hacking, it can't do any of the other stuff.
No, it can do all of the stuff.
Yeah, it would actually be able to. You would be able to command it to use programs. It would just... The only difference between the fetch module and the normal agents, the only difference is that the fetch module comes with its own hardware and it comes with its own browse program. Other than that, it works just like
personality software.
So, yeah. Okay, I think I understand what it's saying now. So if you were to use a fetch program, you could browse with the stuff on it, and it would not take up your capacity on your own or whatever you're running. But if you wanted to use any other programs, it would take up response and all that stuff.
Yes.
Only for the program it's using.
Any you have loaded, but yeah. I mean, if it needs to load one, it would add on to it.
Right. But
okay, now I understand.
It would mean that the fetch itself, the agent itself, wouldn't be taking up any processing power on the comlink.
Right. It was, I guess, just the name of it. I guess that's why I just looked at it and said, why would I ever want that?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I see where the problem is. It's named a fetch program, a fetch module, like a mythical fetch, like a familiar.
I got you. No, it makes sense now, but I wasn't thinking of it that way. That's all.
Right. No, I totally understand where you're coming from. But yeah, you're probably right. A rating 5 agent is probably a better idea than the rating 6 fetch module.
You can also get rating 6 agent and just wait to upgrade your comlink too.
Can I upgrade my comlink to rating 6?
Yeah.
That's getting into like high-end military grade stuff.
Rating 7 is military. You can get it to 6 perfectly legally. It just they're just really fucking expensive. But you're right.
I think it's like 12,000 Nuyen to get like a response 6 or something.
Yeah, so it's really expensive. It's just
I see.
So you can do that, and your agent, if you get a rating 6 agent, it'll just work as a rating 5 until you get the software and hardware to run it at rating 6.
Yeah, fair enough. In that case, I'll get rid of the fetch module, refund myself that, and yeah, I'll get the rating 6 agent. And I don't know, can I sell my rating 3 agent?
Yeah, you can actually sell it at we'll go with the standard
30%.
Yeah, 30%.
Unless one of you guys can think of a reason why I might want to keep my rating 3 agent around.
You can also give it to someone else.
Only
That's
if you
fair.
wanted to run 2 agents at the same time.
Actually, that's a really good point. Does anyone else want a rating 3 agent? Anyone?
Coyote has one.
You might want it, Jordan.
Maybe.
Just in case, since you, despite your character being awakened, you're still limited to the mundane world.
Well, I mean, the agent would also be able to do Matrix actions for you.
Yep. And we know how much Vice wants to do Matrix actions.
Oh, and
Oh, he
for,
loves.
for the token, do you want an actual image of the Cheshire Cat?
Maybe not the Disney one, but any sort of grinning black cat would be perfect.
Okay.
Would the agent lower the response of my comlink?
It could, if it was running with a whole bunch of other software too. It just counts as another program.
But
Because
it wouldn't by itself.
okay.
It wouldn't in and of itself.
Yeah.
Unless your system is 1, which is kind of ridiculous.
No, the system is 2.
The Pro Suite is 1, the agent would be another. You'd be fine.
I also have empathy software.
So your response may be, I think your response is limited anyways. I'd have to double check what the numbers add up to, but it won't like make it impossible to use. And you can always turn it off. You can
Yep.
always, if you're not using it, you can just, it's off and
You don't have
no
to have
longer limiting
everything
your
running
role.
at once. Like, if you want the agent to actually do something for you, you might not be in a social situation, so you wouldn't need your Emototoy.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
so,
I'll take it.
how about for... I mean, would you be willing to pay 1,500 new yen for it? The base cost is normally 3,000 new yen. I'm more considering it like in terms of forgiving the debt. Or part of the debt, rather.
Sure, but you still owe me a shit ton of money.
I absolutely would. So I'll just mark it as having been sold at 50%. That'll work?
I don't know.
That was more asking Sean.
Well, if you're going to choose, so, okay, you still have that 15,000 loan, right?
Yeah, and this is
Both
basically...
of you have that marked down?
I do.
I do as well, but I'm just gonna buy the agent for free, and then he's just gonna take the $15,000 whatever.
So how much are you selling the agent for?
I'm selling it to him for 1,500, which would basically
Okay.
lower the
So both-
loan amount.
Both of you
to,
knock off 1,500 off that loan. Just go and edit the
You can edit your expenses.
edit the expense, and just knock 1,500 you said, right? Off the loan, and then sell it for free and buy it for free. And that'll make everything add up.
Yep, you'd just be deleting the item right off your inventory.
So what does your agent 3 have? Copy protection rating 3 and registration?
Pretty much.
And then it just does whatever else is on my comlink?
Yep. It rolls its rating plus your software rating. Which should be higher than whatever you've got.
And even if it's not, it can still do that, well, you might be distracted doing something else.
Yep.
It can analyze for you, browse for you, edit for you, command for you.
Apparently, if I have the empathy software, the basic user suite, and the agent running, I still have a responsive one, so I'm fine.
Woohoo!
But yeah, Twitch actually used that agent, now this agent, as a day planner, a manager of all of her virtual stuff. Most of the things she did on her comm, she did either with the agent assisting or through the agent itself.
Okay, Vice has an agent now. Woohoo!
Mr. Anderson, good morning. How was your day? There anything else you guys wanted to do during your 6 days of fun in the sun?
Nothing I can think of.
Nope.
Unless you have suggestions. Twitch is certainly willing to entertain them in character.
Well, if you have nothing else, go ahead and copy your tokens to the everything you want to take with you to the other map,
Including the virtual tokens, or no?
including the virtual tokens. Down at the very bottom, you should see a teal box. I'll just drop them in there for the moment.
Oh wow, that is little.
Yeah, little tiny teal box way off on the bottom.
Yeah. You'll have to
Remember.
zoom in pretty far in order to see the actual teal box.
Yeah. I
So where should we
probably
where should we put our non-matrix forms?
For the non-matrix forms, I'll go ahead and designate a spot for you. I'll make myself super big so that you guys can see it. There I am, and size. This is the max size I can do. Here. I'm obviously going to shrink myself down, but we're going to be approaching from this angle. And just to give you an indication of how big this map is, that's the maximum size I can inflate that little token to.
Well, I copied the token from the overworld map as is. He's on.
You were on my nose, yeah.
Yeah, it's so big that the measuring tool breaks. Go ahead and try to measure one of the walls.
Oh, great! Native American nations. Nan. I think you may have outdone yourself.
I didn't really consider it before doing it, and I didn't realize, oh, it breaks. Maybe next time the maps will be smaller.
Maybe next time the
This
walls
is
won't be
fucking
over 1,000 meters.
Yeah, it's
Sean,
a
could
big
you,
empty stone.
Could you give me permission to copy my Matrix persona, please?
I thought I already did that. I'll go ahead and do it. Give me just a second.
How many more svelte women will we have as Matrix personas and agents before we all join hands across America?
Well, I just wanted the one that's I wanted the mean-looking dwarf here. The other one's fine. The agent is fine.
There you go.
Thanks.
I hope you guys don't feel inconvenienced by the prospect of shifting between that little teal box and where we are on the map.
Now, why would I feel inconvenienced by that?
I can't fucking imagine.
Then why would you even bring it up?
I figured maybe you could imagine.
My imagination isn't that good.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry I brought up a sore topic.
Well, I forgive you.
Thank you. We'll also need the koala on this map, I imagine.
Yep, give me just a second and I should have everything copied.
And you might not be able to bring the big people drones with us, Cripson.
Oh no, you can watch me. I'm dividing them up
Yeah.
right now. The only one that I would even think to bring is this roto drone here, but it's gonna make noise. I mean, I'd have to carry it, so.
Infiltration! Nine hours later, we made it inside, everyone!
Spoke too loud.
Shit!
Why is Twitch like big now?
Aaron decided that he wanted to make her bigger?
That was just for moving her around.
Yeah.
As
Obviously,
zoomed out as I was, I could not lock onto her with my pointer.
yeah, you couldn't grab onto the token without zooming in a hell of a lot more.
Okay, it's over here. The qual's over here. The first thing to do will be when exactly do you go? Trusair will certainly be able to tell you that night and day don't matter on the astral.
They matter everywhere else.
Night and day do matter for the prospect of dealing with the normal metahuman guards, and we want to go during the night cycle anyway, because that's when the particularly powerful individual leaves. I don't want to attack during the day, because then we'll have to deal with him and whoever's with him. So definitely night, I would say sometime around, this is going to take us some time to get the approach there. Maybe, we start at 10 p.m. and we make our approach then.
Going slow, I think that crawling huge distances, especially if you're actually crawling most of the way, it'll probably take a few hours.
Yeah. That'll put us in early morning, but still darkness.
What kind of bonus does Gecko Gloves give to climbing?
Gecko Gloves allows you to treat climbing as if you were doing an assisted climb, which adds a +2 bonus to your dice pool.
Thank you.
Yes.
And it makes it almost impossible to fall, I think.
I'm sure the critical glitch might have something about that. Shit, looks like you bought faulty gloves. Woo!
Should have tried them out in the store.
Yep.
You know what Mama Vice says.
Punch first, ask questions later?
Sure.
That might have been Papa Vice.
No, that was Mama Vice.
Oh, okay.
Papa Vice is a truly gentle soul, which is why he's dead.
He is no longer with us.
He has ceased to be.
He gently stood there. R.I.P.
So
let's get-
first thing to do is go ahead and make everyone's infiltration test.
See, before I begin the prospect of going through, I do have some spells that I want to cast. The first thing will...
Go ahead.
Alright. The first thing is my increase reflexes at Force 3, which will be cast through my sustaining focus. Soak up the sun. Alright. That's my 3 hits there. Let me go ahead. 3 divided by 2 is 1, plus 2 is 3. Drain resistance. That is 2 stun damage. Woo!
You will be constantly working and crawling, and healing stun damage does take rest.
I know.
So
I know.
Those 2 hours will not help you with the body test. That you'll be now tired and crawling around in the sand.
Fantastic. Let's see. The second thing I'd like to ask. Let's see. Although they'd still be able to see my astral field in regards to, I probably shouldn't. No, I won't cast another spell.
So infiltration tests.
Infiltration tests.
Should these go directly to Sean, or should we do these out in the open?
Go ahead and send them out in the open. You'll be able to tell if you fucked up crawling in the sand.
That I forgot to add I forgot to add my extra 4 dice to that. Sorry, because I used a point of edge. There we go.
Right now, while we're not actually in the action yet, would it be a good time for everyone to go grab like snacks and go to the bathroom and stuff?
Yep. If you want to go ahead and take a break right now, that would be a great time.
Okay.
That'd be perfect for me.
Anyway, that looks like 1 hit for Vice, no hits for Coyote, 3 hits for Twitch, and with my point of edge there, 3 hits as well.
Alright. I'm gonna go grab food and stuff.
Okay. A lot of something's glitching here.
I like to see that usually.
Maybe
I'm not gonna rename the thing every single time I make a roll for every single thing.
I'm not expecting you to. I was just pointing that out to Crimson.
Yep, 3 glitches in a row.
Maybe that'll compensate for the fact that infiltration dwarf style doesn't work out that well, Crimson.
That's what I was thinking.
Just a rock! I'm just a rock!
He leaves these big gouges in the sand where he starts trying to burrow, dwarf style. They do live underground, right?
Hey, that's racist.
It's also true.
In his case, sadly, it probably is.
I guess I'll get something else to drink since we're technically in break times.
Yep, so will I.
Gonna die, gonna die. Pretty excited, everyone.
Well, this is the run that's I think is most likely to kill someone so far.
Fantastic! Good news, everyone.
When you started singing about it, I had to be honest.
I'm glad my faux song provoked a measure of honesty from you, Sean. In the next game, I will be a bard. A connoisseur of music, wine, and women. I know you all are stunned.
So what spells do you have on you? Currently, you have the. I know you have the.
The increased reflex is the only spell.
Okay.
It's the only spell because if I cast anything else, I would have incurred a dice pool penalty, and thus I could have only attempted an infiltration with edge.
Well, it would have only taken away one dice in that case.
No, it would have taken away 2. Because I would have gone from having 5 dice with edge to only 3 dice, because 5 minus 2 is 3.
But with minuses, you'd have the added 4. Well, I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to do that math. Always struck me as you're supposed to have minimum when you spend your edge in dice to roll.
Okay. We'll go with that. Yeah, that sounds good. I figured I'd
Because
say...
if you have 0, yeah, if you have 0, you can always roll with edge, so it wouldn't make sense if you can still get 0 or minuses after that.
There's also the climbing that's to come, so I figured I would save the invisibility for after that. If we even make it that far. I have my doubts.
It's because the dwarf can't sneak, isn't it?
Well, it's because, infiltration is a very valuable and useful skill for Shadowrunners, and 2 of the 4 characters have not invested in that.
It's because the dwarf can't sneak.
This is not exactly a run I think my character would have normally taken, but, I mean, we have to have fun in our tabletop games, right?
You have to have some interesting to life. And Truthsayer's never done a run for a dragon. It's a step up in the world.
I'm not sure whether this is a step up. I don't know whether it's a step down either, and I wouldn't call it a lateral move. I don't think I'm going anywhere. Well, it's not Seder Krupp. That's what's important. Because I think if Seder Krupp were involved, I would be hard-pressed to say yes.
In that case, I could see. Okay, not gonna take any jobs from you, but it has to be. She's the good guy, right?
Oh. Man, am I glad my character succeeded on, the relevant skill check required to identify that individual for who she was. That was great information.
I would have found it hilarious if none of you were able to succeed that at all.
It would have been funny, right? She changes form and, I imagine, she has the smile like, wow, they're so dense and stupid, they don't know who I am. This is gonna be great.
And then you perceive the astral just to double check, and you realize she's taken off the masking, and then you shit yourself because it's a dragon, and you have no idea who it is.
Which dragon is this? Is this one of the minor dragons that were named? Oh god.
Is it what's his name? Sirgar? Sirog?
But what would
the
he
one
want to
that,
do with us in a
just randomly-
conversation? I was saying, like, this is an interesting setup. As I am eaten in the room with no matrix or magic allowed, I contemplate my final moments. And as for Jordan noting the Mission Impossible theme, absolutely. I was thinking of that earlier whenever I thought of climbing through the ventilation ducts. Thought we could Tom Cruise this shit.
Yeah, all the ducts make me laugh almost as much as the huge sewer levels in all these games and in certain movies. Like, those don't exist that way, but that's okay.
Listen, there was a sewer level in Daikatana, so it must be good, right?
Sure.
Okay, I'm done eating now.
God damn it, finally.
Delicious peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It was peanut butter and jelly time. This would have been the time to take drugs. The hell? Why didn't you people get drugs during the 6 days we had off?
I thought about it,
You
but
could.
the only drug I would have gotten would have been snuff, and that's not really worthwhile for a mission like this.
Might be the last snuff you'd ever be able to take.
Well, when you put it like that.
You could have taken some oxygenated fluorocarbons, giving you +1 to agility. For a week.
That actually might be worthwhile.
They could have given us all an extra D6 on this pivotal sneak roll. I mean, Crimson rolled triple fours. It's got to count for something, right? We've invoked Zinch's curse or something, right? Open a portal to chaos.
I rolled triple fours on. Oh no, that was 4 successes. Never mind.
So that means Coyote is a agent of chaos?
Yes.
Makes sense to me.
I see nothing wrong with that judgment call. Damn it, Aaron.
Why do he said he was going to get snacks. Apparently he decided to, actually go get the snacks by, leaving his house and go get food, I guess. This is completely me speaking out my ass, by the way.
Aaron is such a gourmand every time we play on Saturdays. Gosh.
I just remember that the first time we were playing VTM, and he says, "I'm gonna get up, get dinner," and he just left for 15 minutes or whatever it was. I think he had family over or something like that.
He's got
so
his
it made sense.
priorities ordered in life. He knows what's important. Dun 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 diddle-oo. 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 Do 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 do.